Mark, talk about what you're doing with Defiance and also where you see, again, opportunity and some innovation, and talk about that for this audience.
So Defiance Television is the #1 leading media channel focused on alternative finance, culture, and technology. We reach about 100 million households globally via FAST, CTV, OTT, OTA, all the other acronyms that you guys are all more than familiar with. But ultimately, we focus on 10 different subject matters: blockchain, digital currencies, digital assets, and then other areas that are a part of this evolution that we're seeing right now. This is not just about blockchain and NFTs. There's a cultural shift that's happening. One that we probably, anyone over the age of 45 here in this audience hasn't seen since the 90s. And then before that, it probably really didn't happen. It happened again in the 80s a little bit, and then again in the 1960s. So you're just having these cultural shifts, and we're really focused on these sectors like robotics, artificial intelligence, social impact, regenerative culture, connected living. It's really, they all interopulate in some way, shape, or form. The digital finance side of it, or the digital currency side of it, is really just the financial instruments that enable a lot of creativity. And we haven't really seen that before at all. In the 90s, when we had Web 1.0, which is now called Web 1.0, we didn't realize it was Web 1.0 back then. It was really about getting equity financing, seed capital, friends and family, then venture capital, and then going public. Now you have the ability to create in a variety of different mediums and using a variety of different financial instruments like NFTs, for example, in order to get that creation made, whether it's a piece of art in the case of Dot's company, or being a part of a hybrid real world project, as well as a metaverse virtual world project, which is in the case of Darcy. And our role really in all this is to report on what's happening in an entertaining and in an informative way that creates content that you ultimately want to consume and learn about this space and learn about great companies such as these folks. So if there's an analogy for us, I guess we're sort of, early MTV News meets CNBC meets CNET, if you will. And our objective is to continue to grow, and really we look at major media companies as a dying art form in and of themselves, in terms of how they handle their relationship to the digital world. They've had 20 years, the major media companies, and we all can say the acronyms of who they are in this room, but really there's only one company that's done an exceptionally good job in that space, and it's Bloomberg, who ultimately started as a digital first company. So the rest of them, there's still not a relationship between broadcast and digital in a way that is truly unified. That's an all media strategy, and we plan to deliver that to as many people as possible.